Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is MetagrossMan and I'm your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in Alola International Season 3, and this is our Week 5 game against the Floridian Floatzels, coached by Infernge. Now, this match unfortunately will be on Pokemon Showdown because Infernge, along with one other coach throughout the season, is allowed to play on Showdown because of the fact that they don't have the game completed, so they are allowed to play on Showdown. This happens to be one of those matches, so we're going to have our match on Showdown. Now, because it's on Showdown, this is going to be Team Builder straight into the battle. So, with that said, I don't think there's anything else, besides the fact if you've missed our previous Alola International match against the Holland Flareons, I encourage you to check that out. The link to the playlist for Alola International Season 3 is linked down below. And also, if you have not checked out any of our No Bullshit League games, the playlist for that is also linked in the description down below. I encourage you to check out the battles after this one because those are also good. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into Pokemon Showdown to start off with the team building portion and jumping into the battle. On the right side of the screen, as always, you have my draft, and you also have Infernge's draft, so that you have ideas for like thought processes that went into this team building. So yeah, you guys can refer to that screen as much or as little as you prefer, depending on how much insight you may or may not need. So looking at my opponent's team, the first thing I saw was 1, his fastest Pokemon is base 100 Victini, and 2, he has a glaring ice type weakness in 3 of his Mons. Those Mons being Hydreigon, Tyrantrum, and Gliscor. Keep in mind though, he does have Steelix as some way of mitigating a Steel type for Ice type mitigation, but he also has Snorlax, which is fat beyond belief, so he has that as well working for him. But yeah, so I saw the fact that, you know, he has a glaring ice type weakness, so the first thing I decided, hey, I need to bring Frostlass for that reason. So we have Elsa, our Frostlass, with Focus Sash, Cursed Body, with Ice Beam, Destiny Bond, Shadow Ball, and Thunder Wave. Ice Beam, of course, is to nuke the glaring ice type weakness. He also has a super effective damage off on Decidueye, but we also have Shadow Ball for Decidueye, you know, just in case. So yeah, I decided he has a massive ice type weakness, so let me capitalize on that with Ice Beam on Elsa. We also have Destiny Bond in case something sets up and I need to nuke it. I have Focus Sash so that I can live a hit from it from full, and nuke it so that it removes that threat from the game. Shadow Ball, as I said, is for Decidueye, and then Thunder Wave works with the Focus Sash as well for me to mitigate threats like Scarf type Dragon or Victini or something like that. It helps me deal with those threats a little bit better. We have 60 HP, 4 in each of our defenses, max special attack, and 188 speed with the Timid nature. 188 Timid allows me to outspeed 169, which is his fastest Pokemon at Victini, which caps at 168 being max speed with a beneficial speed nature being Jolly or Timid. So I decided to put the rest of it in HP after going max special attack. However, if I put 68 in my HP, I go into that 154 range. So I wanted to not have 154, so I went with the least possible EVs so that I had an uneven HP number, and that happened to be 60 EVs, making my HP number 153. And I put the last 4 in each of my defenses, or the last 8, 4 in each defense, just because I could. So that's our that is our Elsa. The next thing on our team this week is our Vaporeon leftovers, Water Absorb, Scald, Ice Beam, Toxic, Shadow Ball. Max HP, max defense, Bold Nature, 4 in special attack. This is so, 1, Decidueye does not, Decidueye 3-hit KOs me. If it's a utility Decidueye, 3-hit KOs me. Banded Victini 3-hit KOs me after leftovers. And Banded Tyrantrum 2-hit KOs me after leftovers, but it cannot one-shot me with Banded Outrage. This is a physical defensive wall because of Banded Victini specifically, and I also, you know, I 2-hit KO Banded Victini, I 2-hit KO Gliscor if he decides to bring that. with Scald and Scald respectively. Ice Beam is for Hydreigon, Ice Beam is for Hydreigon, Tyrantrum, and Gliscor. Ice Beam will one-shot Gliscor if it's a utility, and Hydreigon, depending on if it's bulky or not, will get one-shot or two-shot, depending on if it's bulky. Toxic is for Decidueye, Toxic is for Snorlax, but primarily for Snorlax. And then Shadow Ball is for Decidueye, so that it doesn't get a free switch in, but I do also have Ice Beam for that. Besides Shadow Ball, there wasn't really another coverage move I needed, so I decided just to throw Shadow Ball on there as a Metagross switch in. However, keep in mind that I do know that Snorlax is a switch in, but that's why I have Scald there as well. But I also have Toxic for that, so that in case Snorlax decides to switch in, predicting a potential Shadow Ball or Scald, I can just Toxic it instead. Keeping in mind, though, he could have immunity as well. Keep in mind, he's not going to bring a Scarfed Hydreigon or any means of a Locked Hydreigon because of Reaper Chew, our Totem-sized Mimikyu. Life Orb Disguise. Disguise makes it so I can live a hit for free. 4 HP, max attack, max speed, Jolly Nature. This is just so I outspeed the base 95 Gliscor if he's a max speed Gliscor. Swords Dance gives me +2 to my attack. And then Shadow Claw is Stab, Shadow Sneak is Priority, and Play Rough is so that Snorlax cannot switch in for free. If I go to +4 and that's an Unaware Clefable, then we're good. If it is an Unaware Clefable, that could be a bit of a problem. But yeah. Super effective damage with Shadow Claw on Victini and Decidueye as well. The next thing we have on our team this week is the Grand Mole, which is Excadrill. That is Choice Scarf with Mold Breaker, Earthquake, Brick Break, Iron Head, and Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw is specifically for Decidueye, just so that doesn't get a free switch in. Iron Head for the Fairy and Tyrantrum, Brick Break for the Snorlax and Tyrantrum and Hydreigon, and an Earthquake for pretty much everything on his team because of Mold Breaker. Even Hydreigon takes an attack from Earthquake because of Mold Breaker. But yeah, max attack, Adamant Nature, 4 speed, 4 special, 4 in our defense, and then max speed. This is so that I can be adamant and outspeed what? Outspeeds the... What did I have on this? What am I outspeeding? It's 139 is the speed tier. It is enough speed to outspeed max speed Mega Banette. That's Jolly. It outspeeds a offensive Mega Banette by 1 point. And mind you, it could Will-O-Wisp me, so I have to be a little bit careful for that. So I have Vaporeon and Elsa as fodders for those. But I also have BK, our Blaziken, as a switch-in for potential Will-O-Wisp on Mega Banette. So, it's not a good switch-in, but it is a decent switch-in at least. Assuming he doesn't click knockoff, of course. But yeah, the next thing on our team this week... wait, did I cover these? Yeah, Earthquake for pretty much everything. Break Break for the Hydreigon, Tyrantrum, and Snorlax. Iron Head for Clefable and Tyrantrum. And then Shadow Claw for the Decidueye specifically, but also just super high crit ratio, so that's nice. But yeah, the next thing on our team this week is the most complex set on this team. Gara, our Pasho Berry, Unnerve, Tyranitar. Pasho Berry, Unnerve. Unnerve is specifically so that the Snorlax cannot take advantage of Gluttony, because he could be like Citrus Belly Drum with Gluttony or something like that. So I want to make sure he doesn't take advantage of that by negating his berry. We have Ice Punch, Crunch, Earthquake, and Iron Head. Again, Ice Punch, I want to capitalize on the fact that a lot of his mons are weak to ice, so I have Ice Punch for that. Crunch for Decidueye, Crunch for Stab, Earthquake for Stab. Earthquake nukes everything except for Tyranitar, or except for the what's it called? Hydreigon. But once the Hydreigon is gone, Ice Punch will one-shot it depending on if it's bulky or not. Once that thing is gone, I pretty much have free reign with Earthquake. And then Iron Head is for Clefable and Tyrantrum. Max HP, 36 attack, 96 in both my defenses, my defense and special defense. Infernge Nature with 28 speed. 28 speed is so that Decidueye, and Clefable cannot speed crit me unless they invest heavily on their speed. I invested a lot of speed, not a lot, but a decent chunk of speed so that I can outspeed utility Clefable. It has like 24 speed EVs on it. I can outspeed Decidueye if it has up to 24 speed EVs on it. I have that much speed just to outspeed those. If they are if either of those is max speed, they will outspeed me. But yeah, Clefable gets 2-shot with the 36 attack guarantees that the Victini dies with Earthquake, the Gliscor dies to the Ice Punch. Potentially, depending on his spread, the bulky variant of Hydreigon can also die from Ice Punch, depending on his spread. Earthquake guarantees the kill on Victini, and then Iron Head 2-shots Clefable, depending on damage roll and spreads. That's what the 36 attack is for. 96 in both my defenses, just to even out my defenses a little bit, but I have a physical defense focus because Banded Victini cannot this was specifically designed to live a hit from Araquanid if he decides to bring it. Banded Araquanid cannot 2-shot me through my Pasho Berry. I initially had Chopo Berry on here for Break on Victini, but I decided to change it to Pasho Berry the last minute. I might regret that, I may not. I shouldn't have changed it in my opinion, but we'll see if it makes a difference or not. But yeah, 96 in my special defense just so Clefable Moonblast does not 2-shot me from full. But yeah, that is our Tyranitar set this week. And the final mon this week is our pretty decent nuke, actually. BK, Burger King, our Blaziken, Choice Banded Blaze, Acrobatics in case the Choice Band gets knocked off and I live, Flare Blitz to nuke anything, Decidueye, Steelix, a few other things, but pretty much a nuke. High Jump Kick for the Steelix, High Jump Kick for the Tyrantrum, High Jump Kick for Snorlax, and High Jump Kick for Hydreigon. Poison Jab for Clefable in so that it doesn't get a free switch in on me every time. Max HP, Max Attack, Adamant Nature for Special Defense. I don't really need anything else. I should have probably put 4 in Defense, but I guess it doesn't matter. Max HP because I can, and it actually ends up being a good thing because this is my lead, potentially, and it also checks Steelix Earthquake because I'm max HP. I can live a Earthquake from a not invested Steelix from full in the circumstances if it's necessary. So that is our team this week. So let's go ahead and jump on into the battle. Looking at my opponent's team, he brings Steelix, Victini, Hydreigon, Snorlax, Clefable, and Gliscor, as we bring Frostlass, Vaporeon, Mimikyu, which is totem size. It should be totem size, I don't know. Excadrill, Tyranitar, and Blaziken. Looking at leads, I anticipate him to lead with Steelix because he wants to get rocks up because I have a Frostlass and a Blaziken. So I'm going to read his lead. I'm going to predict his lead to be Steelix, and I'm going to go ahead and lead with my Blaziken, which is able to click High Jump Kick on the first turn and break his disguise, break his Sturdy. He's going to click Earthquake, but because I am max HP, I am able to live the Earthquake. I do live on 29, but I'm forced to switch on this next turn. He gets leftovers as I go into Vaporeon. He predicts a switch and doubles between... Okay, so let me explain this play a little bit. So he goes into Clefable. I'm like, okay, Clefable needs to be put on a timer immediately in case it's unaware. He predicts my Toxic, and he goes into Steelix. I'm like, oh, well, rip. I should have just Scalded and been aggressive, but I wasn't aggressive there. But yeah, so Steelix is going to stay in. He's going to double out to Hydreigon, as again, I didn't predict that. Scald seems like the neutral play, so I made the neutral play. The Draco Meteor that is Life Orb attacking. Draco Meteor is not going to one-shot me, but it is going to leave me at a position where Victini or something else can revenge. But I am able to get a nice chunk off with his Ice Beam. But because he's bulky, he does live. But I get leftovers, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. I double out to Mimikyu, predicting the Draco Meteor again. He predicts that and clicks Roost. Dark Pulse hits me through my Disguise, and I don't know why that is. Disguise hits me through my Disguise. It hits me, and I don't know why that is. But anyway, Clefable comes in. I'm like, okay, I can play rough the Hydreigon in front of me and kill that. But I'm like, okay, well now I can just Swords Dance in front of this because it's probably Magic Guard. He's gonna Wish. He's going to get his Wish up. As he clicks Moonblast, doesn't quite kill me off. Wish does come through, and I click Shadow Claw at +4, I click Shadow Claw at +4, but because he's unaware, and that was confirmed, because he's unaware, I'm attacking him at base with Shadow Claw, so that doesn't do anything at all, and Mimikyu dies to Life Orb. So, Clefable clicks Moonblast, I go to Excadrill, break the mold to break Unaware, he switches out to Steelix, and I'm going to go ahead and try to kill Steelix, but because he does resist the Iron Head, he is able to live because of 2 rounds of leftovers. And then he switches into Gliscor, and I'm just going to click Iron Head because I'm Scarfed, do a decent chunk of damage, he takes the Toxic Orb, I don't want to take Earthquake, I go to Vaporeon, because I don't want to take an Earthquake from this thing. So he's going to predict, I don't know, my switch maybe, and he's going to switch into Steelix. I'm like, okay, well now I need to kill this thing. He's going to double out to Hydreigon, and I'm going to get Scald off because, again, safe, neutral play. I'm in leftovers. He clicks Superpower here, and I don't know why he clicks Superpower here. I don't know why. He could have clicked Dark Pulse. He could have clicked Draco Meteor even. But he clicked Superpower, predicting something. I don't know what he was predicting, but he was predicting something. So he clicks Superpower, and because he clicks Superpower rather than Draco Meteor, he doesn't get the kill because I am physically defensive, and I get the Ice Beam kill on this next attack. So he takes the defense drops, and then Superpower will kill, or Ice Beam will kill him off. I'm going to be in leftovers. Victini will click Bolt Strike and Revenge kill me, which is fine, because I didn't see a reason to switch anything in on a potential Bolt Strike or V-Create. But he does go ahead and click the offensive V-Create, or the Bolt Strike, because that is the thing that you're attacking in front of me. So I wanted to preserve Blaziken as a nuke for something, so I didn't want to switch that in. Tyranitar was there. I didn't need to switch it in. I could have, but I didn't need to, and it's good I didn't. I go into Tyranitar now. He clicks Brick Break, and the reason why it's a good thing that I didn't switch into Tyranitar here is because I don't know whether Bolt Strike plus... I didn't know at that moment, because I didn't calc it, really. I didn't think to calc it. Whether Brick Break plus Iron... plus Bolt Strike would kill me, and I didn't want it to kill me because I want to get the Earthquake damage off on Victini. Unfortunately, I predict the Hydreigon to switch in, predicting my Earthquake, but he stays in, and he just clicks Ice Punch. I just click Ice Punch, predicting the Hydreigon to switch in, even though Hydreigon is dead. Oh, no, you know what? I predicted the Gliscor to switch in because Gliscor is a flying type. I predicted the Gliscor to switch in, but he predicts me to predict him and stays in and clicks Brick Break. I'm like, okay, well, Ice Punch. And unfortunately, the 10% freeze. That freeze absolutely matters because that eliminates one of his biggest threats from the game, essentially, because the Victini is going to stay frozen for the rest of the game until he sacks it. So he does double out into Steelix, and Earthquake is able to kill the Steelix, though I was clicking Earthquake on the Victini anyway to get that thing off the field. He sacks the Steelix to try to thaw out. Goes to Gliscor here. He goes ahead and Revenge kills me with Earthquake. He needed a sack. Okay, so essentially the Steelix was a sack to get a Revenge kill off on Tyranitar, which at the same time is both good and bad for me, because it's good because I get the momentum into Elsa and get a kill, but it's also bad because one of my answers to Victini is dead. I do have other answers, but one of my big answers is dead. So into Elsa, because I'm going to attack what's in front of me. He's going to go into Victini. I'm going to score the Ice Beam, do some decent damage, and because he's frozen, I'm able to get off the Ice Beam, the Shadow Ball. But again, in team building, I told you guys I have enough speed to outspeed Timid Victini if it's max speed, not Scarfed, and we know he's not Scarfed based on how he played it earlier. He tried to click a fire move, but not Scald or anything like that, because he can't learn that. He didn't have Overheat, so unfortunately he does stay frozen. He probably clicked V-Create. Unfortunately, he does stay frozen, and I'm able to click the neutral ground Ice Beam and claim the kill, anticipating the potential Gliscor switch in. He goes to Snorlax. I'm like, okay, well, I need to stop this thing because I need to speed control this. So I'm able to Thunder Wave that, and he's going to start cursing. I'm like, okay, if this thing is Curselax with Rest, then I need to start breaking this thing down quickly. He keeps cursing. I click Ice Beam. That doesn't do anything. I'm like, okay, I need to click my nuke button right now. I need to Mold Break and he keeps cursing, I need to try to break him and do some damage. Break does all of 17% because he's +3. Now he's up to +4. I'm like, okay, I need to click my nuke button now, because if I don't click my nuke button, this thing's gonna sit here and curse sweep me in revenge. So he's up to +4. I switch out to Blaziken to nuke. He clicks recycle, anticipating me to attack him. High jump kick, unfortunately, this is redemption for the freeze. High jump kick does miss, and Blaziken does die. So I think that that is redemption for the freeze, in my opinion. But tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. But I go to Elsa, and I'm not worried because I'm in a decent position, because I still have my Focus Sash intact, and I have Destiny Bond. Assuming he tries to attack me, because he's already up to +6 in his defense and special defense, which means he's now +6 attack as well. So if he tries to attack me, I can live because of the Focus Sash, and then Destiny Bond on the next turn. So I'm into Elsa, so I'm okay because I'm in a good position, because my Focus Sash is still intact, because I don't have Stealth Rocks on my side of the field. I go to Elsa, click the Ice Beam, trying to freeze or do some damage. Not really much of it. I'm able to live the I am able to live the Earthquake because of my Focus Sash, and then after that, so let me explain why I clicked Ice Beam here. Obviously, as it might be, I need to break my Focus Sash. So I needed to break my Focus Sash to get in a position where I'd be able to click Destiny Bond on the next turn and double down. So I was allowing him to break my disguise by chipping him down to 2%, to 98%. So I chipped him down 2%. Then I'm in a position now, because my Focus Sash is broken, to click Destiny Bond. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to click Destiny Bond. He's going to Earthquake, and we are going to die. But I'm going to take that thing down with me, eliminating that threat, leaving Clefable and Gliscor against Excadrill. Now, this next exchange of moves is going to be very critical. He's going to go to Gliscor, try to Earthquake me. I Mold Breaker, and then I click Iron Head. Iron Head flinches. Iron Head gets the flinch. That flinch matters, and I will tell you in a second why. Actually, I'll tell you now. So, Gliscor probably clicked Earthquake here. And assuming he clicked Earthquake, he does in fact one-shot me, because he is ×4 super effective. He's going to one-shot me even if he's not bulky. Okay, but let's assume he's not an offensive Gliscor. Let's assume he's like physically defensive, toxic heal Gliscor. Assuming that's the case, and he doesn't one-shot me, I don't know what the calc is. Assuming he doesn't one-shot me with Earthquake, he puts me in range for a potential super effective attack from Clefable. Iron Head will not one-shot Clefable from full. It will two-shot it, but will not one-shot it, but I couldn't do any more with Adam at max attack. So, the flinch matters because I'm able to get the Iron Head off, and I'm able to click the Gliscor off. The crit does not matter there. Clefable takes the Iron Head, takes 66% minimum, okay? So, the damage output on Iron Head is 68%, 68.3. The damage roll is 66 to, damage roll is like 66 to 73, I think it is. Or 66 to 78, I can't remember exactly, but it's 66 min into, I think, 77%, something like that. So, considering that's the damage roll, he's going to get the wish up because he is able to live the damage roll. After leftovers, he's going to protect, get more leftovers, and the wish, which puts him at 70%. Now, I click Iron Head here. Now, here's how, okay, so there's a 50-50 here. So I did the flinch on Gliscor, does not matter, and I just click Iron Head and get the mid-roll and kill him with Iron Head, assuming I get a 70.3% damage roll, which is like a middle ground mid-roll-ish play. Like it's middle-ish play, like a middle ground mid damage roll, because 66 to 77 is middle-ish toward the lesser side. Assuming I get the lesser side mid-roll, I kill him regardless because I'm Scarfed Iron Head. But assuming that I do not get the mid-roll, he has the chance to pull his back. But I'm going to click Iron Head and do exactly 66%, which means I got the absolute mid-roll here. Absolute mid-roll. absolute min roll. 66.3, which is absolute min roll, is 66 to 77. So now he's able to click off the flamethrower and is able to do around 55%. 50-ish, yeah, 55%. Now, here's why the Gliscor Earthquake matters. Assuming that's not an offensive Gliscor, Earthquake may one-shot, may two-shot me. But assuming he doesn't one-shot me, he put me in a range where Flamethrower from a Clefable that lives on 4% because min roll damage roll, absolute min roll, he put me in a range where a Flamethrower would kill me, assuming he got the Earthquake off and was not offensive and didn't automatically kill. So essentially, Gliscor, depending on where it was, if it didn't flinch me, either claimed a 2-0 win or put himself in a position to win. Unfortunately, he got the flinch, which ends up mattering, and because he gets the flinch, he's not able to put me in range where Gliscor can, where Clefable can two-shot me, because Clefable is defensive and not offensive, and because that's the case, I'm able to click Iron Head on the next turn after he gets leftovers and win 1-0 for the Texan Clearbodies against the Floridan Floatzels. It was a good game. It was a super hacksy game. And I hate hacksy games, right? I hate the fact that I won by hacks, but it is part of the game. It is the game we play, as we say. It is the game we play. It is part of the game. So, you know, you can't be super mad at it. I'm a little upset by it because I didn't want to win that way. I wanted to win legitimately. And what legitimately for me means is I wanted to win considering I won without the fact that the flinch matters. But the flinch on Gliscor absolutely was game-changing. And once that flinch happened, the game was lost, unfortunately. And I hate to say it that way, but it is a good game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the most part, up until the hacks. But yeah, and the freeze obviously was unfortunate on the Victini, but I think that was redeemed by the high jump kick miss. So that's a middle groundish play. We each got crits. I got a few crits that I don't know if they mattered. I know that one of the crits didn't matter. I know the second crit didn't matter, and I don't think that the first crit mattered all that much either. But I know that the second crit did not matter because he was in range to die anyway. But I don't know if the first crit mattered. Y'all let me know down below what you guys thought of the battle, of course. But with that said, that is our Week 5 game. Your Texan Clearbodies take a 1-0 W over the Floridian Floatzels, and we finally have a W to our record. After 4 weeks of consistent losses, we finally have a W to our record. And I hate to say that it was because of hacks, but it is part of the game. It is the game we play. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And also be sure to follow me on Twitter, because Twitter is where I will tweet about things and other stuffs. And also, since you're already down there, subscribe because more League content is to come in the future. And also, be sure to check out any other League content you may have missed, including previous Alola International matches and No Bullshit League matches, all of which are linked in their separate playlists down below in the description. But yeah, with that said, I will see you guys again in our next video. Until then, this is your coach for the Texan Clearbodies. My name is MetagrossMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.